Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time watching, the best way to support me for free is to like the video and comment down below, as well as watch the video until the very end. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. All right, if you're returning to the channel and you watched my video from yesterday, you remember briefly the theory that, or briefly? You remember broadly the theory that I talked about, which is that we were in going into phase C and potentially going to see a spring here, which is similar to the schematic that I'm showing in Wyckoff accumulation that you see on the right side of your screen. Alternatively, the schematic that I had been following before was this schematic, which has basically a last point of support type phase where it's a little bit more sideways action through phase C rather than this big dramatic push down, which in this case would be below $30 for the spring. And rather, it would look more like this. So I prepared these two theories just to compare them side by side, but you can basically see that the theory would go that we have already crossed the halfway point of phase C in this Wyckoff schematic, and that we could be going into phase D, which would be much more bullish price action in the near term. And the way that I got these bars, the bar pattern, is I essentially was just comparing it to the last run, and this move here in late April to mid-May, late May, is the one that I kind of copied off of for this schematic. And then for the other one, I actually pulled it from like late March, early April, and I copied this move here. And that's how I came up with this result. And this one would be ending, like this peak here, for anybody who's curious, would be late November, early December. So overall, some of the comparisons that we were doing on the live stream when I was preparing for the video and everything like that are basically, and I can just draw a schematic. If you're not familiar with, while I'm doing this, if you're not familiar with Wyckoff, basically it's the study of how institutions create price action in assets in order to either accumulate or distribute them at an institutional level. And normally the goal is to exhaust retail in the process, so they try and get retail to sell their positions, etc., etc. I'm gonna make larger videos that are kind of based on that and explaining Wyckoff theory more in depth, but I just feel like we're at such a pivotal moment right now with AMC that I just want to follow along with it. But essentially, some of the questions that I'm asking myself are, this move kind of reminds me of the secondary peak phase that you see in phase B, which is coming off of this high point. You have a move down, slight move up, a move down, a slight move up, another move down, and then you have a move up that kind of double tops here, and then another move up here. So it's almost like a inverse head and shoulders. And then that is where your LPS starts for that phase C. Hopefully this is clear enough for you guys to tell what I'm doing here. And then from there, what happens, and again, this is just a schematic, so it doesn't have to be like exact, and it doesn't have to follow these rules exactly, but you can kind of see if you compare that it is a pretty similar move that we've done so far. But let me just take these all off. That it's very comparable to the schematic, just put it that way. So another way that we can kind of check these theories, and actually let me bring all that stuff back up. And the reason that this kind of seemed interesting to me, and the possibility that we might be a little bit further away from phase C and on the tail end of phase B, is because I was calling for the 786 retracement that we have not gotten yet. And yesterday we broke below here, and we tried to do it, or in the past week or whatever. Wait, hold on. No, this is the wrong fib. I'm sorry. The near term 786. That's what we want. I don't know why I can't. Oh yeah, this is it. Sorry. So I still wanted this 786. What is going on? I can't get the right fib. I'm nervous because I'm doing this on live stream. My live stream is messing me up right now, and I'm on lines too, so I can't tell. That's what it is. I need candles. Sorry. Okay. Yes, this is so much better. So this is what I'm talking about. We didn't get our full 786 retrace yet, and for me, it kind of seems like we're going to come down and bounce off of it. I think that this bullish action that we saw today, where we kind of broke even, I feel like it was kind of a fake out, and we're going to continue moving down, in my opinion. And maybe double bottoming or something of that nature, and then starting a new uptrend maybe. But I do feel like we got to move down one more piece here before we can start moving up. But I could be totally wrong. By the way, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take advice from people on social media. Make sure you do your own research. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But yeah, so basically that's just kind of the concept. I know that I've been making videos for a couple weeks here, and I still do like see this as an Elliott Wave 1, like the first move here, like I've been talking about. And then this being a wave 2 retracement. And we still haven't violated that, because we still, the 786 is actually the second most common Elliott retracement level, above, like behind the 618, which you can see that we traded sideways along so far. But yeah, that's basically like what I'm looking at right now. I mean, I feel like this is a wave 2 down, and then it should have a wave 3, but because of this Wyckoff stuff and how similar the chart is to Wyckoff accumulation schematics, it's just pretty convincing to me that it seems that institutions are in control of the price at this point, and that they're accumulating the asset. That's how I see it, at least. So that's pretty much it, man. I feel like there's not much for me to say about this so far. It's kind of similar, you know. So really, what we're trying to figure out going into the next few days is, in the next few days, do we have this sort of bullish recovery, which this, by the way, looks like, you know, some wave 3 type explosive price action. We come up here, we have our last point of support, back up, and then we have a sign of strength here, and then we continue our move up, and we're looking for a peak in early November, late October. Or are we doing the spring theory that I talked about yesterday, and maybe it's a little bit more extended, and we're just getting into phase C. So tomorrow, or at least in the next few trading days, right? Today's Wednesday. We all know Fridays are pretty sideways. So like in the next couple days, let's see what it tells us. In the next couple days, see, this has Friday on the 8th, which would be the spring date. Man, that's so dramatic. I wonder if we end the week out like this, man, there's going to be a lot of panic. This is a short time frame, guys. And of course it all depends on what happens, you know, and that's all we're doing is analyzing. We're comparing cycles, we're comparing schematics, like historical schematics and stuff like that. We're just trying to figure out what we think is going on and preparing for anything, you know. So again, don't make any financial decisions based on this stuff. Go back on my channel, watch some of my other videos, and kind of see the theology and the way that I am looking at this thing. But overall, you know, it's just a matter of trying to understand the price action and get what it's telling us. You know, is it bullish? Is it bearish? And I know a lot of people talk about how it's a manipulated stock, but I think that, and so we shouldn't be doing TA. But if I hadn't been doing TA on this play, we wouldn't have gotten to the place that we are here, and trying to see if it's actually institutions that are manipulating it and how they're manipulating it, so that then we can better understand the price action, right? And we're less likely to get surprised by anything that's going on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and then turn your post notifications on so you don't miss any of my newest uploads. Also, I do have a Discord in the description down below. new Discord channel that I started. So go ahead and join that. We kind of chat throughout the day and stuff like that in there, so that's fun. And you can also follow me on Twitter. That'll be down in the description as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, until next time, have a good rest of your day. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at the similarities in the chart? But they're different. But they're similar. Would you just look at that? Would you just look at it? Very interesting.